War Games.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it was the coolest movie ever. It made computers seem awesome. There's a scene in it, might be one of my favorite scenes ever in a movie.
Wow.
Yeah. Matthew Broderick and Ali Sheedy go to visit a couple of hacker friends, two real computer guys.
Did they call them hackers?
I don't know if they called them hackers.
I think this was like pre-hacker.
Yes. So you have Eddie Deason, he was kind of the proto-nerd. And then you also have Maury Chaykin, this heavy-set actor, sitting at his desk like he's the lord of the world. And that is the important thing about the scene, that you have this type of nerd that you've never seen before.
And this is your favorite scene ever?
Ali Sheedy, who's just kind of along because she's the audience surrogate, she gets to go into NORAD, and she gets to go into Professor Falcon's secret sanctuary up in Puget Sound, but she only gets to step into the doorway of the Nerd Kingdom.
Nerds.
Nerds.
Nerds! I've got a bunch of movies that I've never seen before. You don't know what they are. Every episode I'm going to spring one on you. We'll watch it and talk about it. Welcome to the basement. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Matt.
Hot enough for you?
Yeah, it's pretty hot, even down here in the basement.
That's because it's summer. And that only means one thing in the movie industry.
Bikinis.
Summer blockbusters. It's a time when the blockbusters roam the earth in the heat, searching for the movie dollars from the box office. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's blockbuster season, so that's what we're going to watch. And you better be careful, my friend, because this movie is so exciting, it might just take your breath away. I feel the need for Top Gun.
You are the only person my age who, like me, never saw Top Gun. I have never seen this movie. I was in 7th or 8th grade, and I think it was the first time where I thought, I don't care what everyone is seeing. That movie looks like crap.
Released in 1986 and directed by Tony Scott, the story for Top Gun was inspired by an article in California Magazine called Top Guns. Upon release, the film immediately fired its twin booster rockets of commercial appeal and sexy allure and soared to the top of the box office charts like a fast plane.
That's a nice metaphor, man.
It also catapulted Tom Cruise's already soaring career into the stratosphere. Like a plane. Top Gun continues to be popular to this day, its catchphrases and swarthy attitude becoming part of our cultural lexicon. It is currently undergoing the obligatory 3D conversion process for a 2012 theatrical re-release. You're not crazy about the 3D.
I don't think 3D has made any movie better.
Anytime there's a 3D movie, I see it in 2D.
That's right.
I don't need shit popping out at me.
You know how I can tell that things are happening in a three-dimensional space while watching a movie?
Yeah.
Things in the background are smaller.
Right.
Yeah.
Perspective.
Perspective, yeah. It all goes back to Botticelli.
As usual, I have a gift for you. So there you go.
Excellent. Gift. It is a Top Gun bookmark. I can see you through it. That's excellent. Matt knows I like to read, and he knows that I always lose my place. So a bookmark is perfect for me.
Hello? Yeah. Okay, just making sure it's you.
Is he coming for his cameo?
I'm rolling. You can cameo.
Oh.
Yeah, if you're gonna come in and... Oh, wow. It's Aaron Yonda, everybody, and he brought me bread. You look like you're going to like a golf tournament.
Tennis.
Okay, you can't wear that hat, though, because we don't do product placement in this show.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by, Aaron.
Enjoy the baguette.
That's not how you're supposed to eat a baguette.
Yeah, it's hard on the outside, man.
I hope you didn't get this out of the trash. Because you might have. Now let's go to the old leather couch and watch the high-flying spectacular that is Top Gun. Yeah, want some bread? Anthony Edwards, nerds!
This is basically all I thought the movie was. This and topless volleyball. Top Gun starts out with an aerial maneuver gone crazy because they go into a danger zone. Because for some reason a couple of Russian bogies or MiGs show up to hassle our American friends. And
Maverick, Tom Cruise, and Goose, Anthony Edwards, out on patrol.
Contact 20 left at 30 miles, 900 knots closure. Cougar, I'm gonna go head-to-head with them. Take it easy, Maverick. I don't like this shit.
During this altercation, they do things which are extremely unconventional and get very close to being shot down by Russians.
God damn it.
That Maverick is such a... What's the word when someone works kind of outside the rules? I don't know. Is it Cougar?
Cougar freaks out in the air and almost crashes.
I'm so scared by all the nothing that just happened.
Cougar turns in his wings, and Maverick and Goose are sent off to Top Gun, an elite combat flying school.
They teach the best of the best.
Dogfighting.
This gives me a hard-on.
By the end of Vietnam,
I'm really hard right now. There they meet a few mild nemeses, such as Iceman, played by Val Kilmer.
We're gonna teach you to fly the F-14 right to the edge of the envelope. More dangerous. We don't make
That gave me a hard on.
Can I have my pen back? I don't want to touch it.
Maverick and Goose unwind at a bar. They make sexy glances at other men, and they tunelessly shout a Righteous Brothers song at Kelly McGillis.
You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss your lips.
Does this work?
But baby,
Oh, those horrible days before auto-tune.
love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling.
Well, what girl doesn't love a room full of men shouting at her?
Turns out she's not just any woman, though. She's Charlie, a civilian airplane consultant, or something.
Hello?
Good-doing.
Out on training maneuvers, Maverick and Goose prove themselves to be unruly badasses.
Jester, see if I can give you a run for your money here.
Jester, doff thy coxcomb. Shake thy bells.
Jester's dead. Woohoo! Jester's dead. Yeehaw!
Jester's dead.
Ooh, wow. By buzzing the tower when they're not supposed to.
Oh...
And they almost get kicked out of Top Gun.
That's right. Ice, man. I am dangerous.
Maybe you shouldn't be such a maverick, Maverick.
Maverick convinces Charlie to go on a date with him.
Before that can happen, there's a volleyball game, and there's nothing at all to be said about that.
Here
we go.
I think this scene speaks for itself. The song says, playing with the boys, I don't want to be obsessed by my desire.
After a sweaty, homoerotic volleyball game, he meets her for wine and revelations.
I forgot how to knock on a door. Knock. What do I use? If I had a plane, I know what to do.
But that doesn't stop Charlie from making Maverick look foolish during a briefing.
I'm glad we got that straight.
Only straight thing in this movie.
Would you like a ride on my product placement?
I see some real genius in your flying, Maverick.
I see real genius in Val Kilmer. Maverick and Charlie have sex. It happens by the light of her bug zapper, which is right outside the window.
Watching every motion in this foolish lover's game.
There were sex scenes like this all over the 80s. By the time I actually got around to having sex, I was quite thrown off by the fact that it was never in this blue lit room and we're silhouetted and in slow motion, and no one was having a good time.
All of the pilots are gunning for the #1 Top Gun trophy.
first place, Iceman. Second place, Maverick. Just 2 points behind.
Third place, Seabiscuit.
Fourth place, Daddy's Glory. Fifth place, Rondelay. And sixth place, Donuts in the morning.
Maverick's trying to get the #1 spot, but Iceman's got it, so what is he gonna do?
The enemy's dangerous.
Why is he standing like...
Worse than dangerous and foolish.
Very unpleasant.
Seems like being a maverick gets him in trouble.
I feel the need for speed.
And so we're gonna take some methamphetamines.
But on another maneuver, they go into a flat spin, and Goose is killed when trying to eject.
He dies.
The real-life consequences of the danger zone.
That's right. And Maverick cries for a long time, silently, masculinely, just little tears going down his cheeks. Will he ever be able to fly again? Will they force him to get back out on the plane?
I feel the need for personal reflection.
He graduates from Top Gun and is sent on his first assignment to go rescue a ship with planes.
2 to 1, you've got a pair of bogeys. 12 o'clock.
I have the need for speed.
They get in a firefight with some Russians, and they win.
You can be my wingman anytime.
You can be mine.
This was in the days before California allowed domestic wingman partnerships.
Yes.
So it shows how far we've come.
Yes.
So Craig, you finally popped your Top Gun cherry.
And so did you.
We did. We lost it together. We'll always have that. We missed the boat on this movie.
Yes, we did.
It's too old and it's too dated, so we can't really enjoy it.
It had nothing of the things that would have intrigued me even when I was 13 years old.
The action scenes are just like planes flying around.
And they're the planes, you can't tell one from another.
Yeah. Exterior, cockpit, cockpit. The guy looking back, exterior. During the action sequences, I just got so bored.
What the guy says at the beginning of the movie, I got a hard on. And that's what I think they were hoping. It's like, planes, hard on.
Yeah.
And I was never into planes.
I guess there were a bunch of guys that were back then.
So.
I mean, it was the top grossing movie of 1986.
Why? It had barely a plot. It had action sequences which were almost impossible to follow. It had unlikable characters, and it had a romance that you didn't care about. What else came out in 86? Footloose came out that year. When I'm thinking, man, I wish I was watching Footloose. That's a sign.
A couple of factoids for you. Both John Carpenter and David Cronenberg turned down the chance to direct this movie.
Oh my God, Cronenberg.
Cronenberg's Top Gun. Probably be even gayer, but gay in a different way.
There wasn't enough body horror in this movie.
Right.
It's like, it might have been implied that Tom Cruise wasn't having sex with Kelly McGillis in the conventional way, but actually having sex with some sort of weird fleshy mouth on her belly.
I'd love to travel to an alternate universe where we could see Cronenberg's Top Gun. This is a gay movie. It's quite a gay experience.
It is undeniably, and I went into this and I'm like, we're not going to talk about how the movie has all this homosexual, because it's been talked about so often, but it's so
How can
hard.
you not talk about it?
You can't miss it.
Gives me a hard on.
I deck my ass. We nailed that son of a bitch.
You can be my wingman anytime.
Whose butt did you kiss to get in here?
Well, the list is long but distinguished.
Yeah, well, so's my Johnson.
If you were a Navy pilot, what would be your pilot nickname?
Oh, jeez. I'd have to go with Juicy Fruit.
That totally makes sense. I'd be Tuesday's Child.
You'd be full of grace. Do you think he's a great actor?
No.
So why isn't Tom Cruise a good actor?
I think it just all comes down to I rarely believe him, and that's the first thing that's the actor's primary job. You have to believe that they're that person. And I believe it in Rain Man. I believe in Jerry Maguire and Risky Business.
If he convinced you in those movies, then why doesn't that mean that he's a great actor?
Well, just because you're good in one movie doesn't mean you're going to be good in another movie.
Well, you said 3 movies.
I said 4 movies.
How many movies does it take?
Most of them.
So you're saying Tom Cruise is a great movie star, but he's not a great actor?
Yes.
Any final thoughts?
See Hot Shots. Don't see Top Gun.
All right, well, that's it for Top Gun. If you watch it, let us know what you think. Now, it's time for Seen It.
Seen It!
Before we get into Seen It, I want to read a comment from Facebook. This is from Brian Hines. After hearing you guys talk about it, I watched And Justice for All. A very 70s film, but honestly, Pacino has nothing on Jack Warden when it comes to eating egg rolls. Truer words never spoken. G-Man Vic Man. All Quiet on the Western Front, 1930s version. This is a film everybody must actually see, all caps. It shows the horrors of war. Breathtaking movie.
Yeah, there's still shots in that movie which are still some of the most frightening war scenes ever. The only thing that really holds the movie back is the fact that they were still learning how to speak on camera, and so it's a
Right.
very stagey dialogue. But you go through that so that you can see that cemetery sequence, man. That's a horrifying thing when he jumps into that crater. Whew.
Mr. Lime Lou. Amazing job, guys. This episode rocks. A movie I would recommend is La Grande Illusion. It is a humane masterpiece from 1937. Yes, I have seen it. It is quite a great movie. The first POW escape movie.
It's always fun to see people dig out of a prison. That's why Hogan's Heroes was so good.
Ian Meyer, this is from Facebook. Have you seen Brazil? The movie, of course, not the country. Brazil might be my favorite movie of all time.
That is such an astounding movie. I love it every single time I see it.
Yeah. Speaking of Terry Gilliam, Alex Schumann, also from Facebook, love the series Tidelands by Terry Gilliam. Have you seen it?
I haven't. I imagine you have.
It's a very dangerous movie. One thing I did not enjoy about it, I saw it on DVD, and on the DVD, when you hit play on the movie, there's an introduction from Terry Gilliam, where he basically says, "This is Tidelands, you might not like it," and then he goes on to explain why he made it or something, and it's just like, I don't need that. I don't need the director to come on and tell me how to watch his movie. Terry, you don't need to do that. You're brilliant. Don't worry about it.
Good luck on La Mancha.
India 85. I have one more suggestion. You guys should totally watch Synecdoche, New York. It's almost a movie that I wish I had a director's introduction for. I really would like to watch it again, but I don't want to watch it again.
A lot of good movies are only there to be watched once.
Yeah. Zach Schaefer, if you haven't seen it, definitely watch Life is Beautiful. It is very good and very Italian.
It is very Italian. I've seen that movie.
Good flick.
It's,
I hate it when people say flick.
I do too.
Hey, you want to go catch a flick?
I like to say, you want to head down to the picture show?
All right, that's Seen It, and that is our show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for leaving comments. Thanks for just being you.
Yeah, thanks.
As always, if you watch any of the movies that we talk about on the show, drop us a line, let us know what you thought. Maybe we'll read your comment on the air.
And maybe we won't.
Goodbye to you.
I really wish right now we had the budget to do a thing where, like, I press a button and it looks like the both of us just, like, eject from the couch. And then you just fall back down, your neck broken.
We're in a basement.
And then in the end, I throw your Top Gun bookmark into the ocean.
So, Craig, you chopped your pop gun cherry.
Chopped it right off.